everyone, it's Desiree, and I am here. We are back on our normal schedule with my monthly hero card kit for December of 2018. So, technically this is going to be the last video covering 2018, if that makes sense. I don't know. But this is the stamp set. I usually don't do a reveal for these because there's so many out there. But you get your dies. The stamp set was absolutely beautiful. I love the sentiments. I love the majority of the images. I'm not really a person type image. It all depends. But that mouse was just too adorable. And I do think dandelions give us wishes. So I do like that. So let's get started into card one. Enough of that. So I have my stamp positioner here, and I grabbed all of the dandelions. Absolutely. Set those in so that they're going to come in on an angle, and then the smaller pieces are going to come up off the top. And then I've also set my sentiment there, and that is, may all your wishes come true. Now, one of the things that I felt or was inspired with when it came to this kit is the softness. So you're going to see a lot of soft colors through this. This one especially, I think maybe it's a little too soft, but the camera doesn't do it justice. You don't get to see everything. So I used my Versamark ink. I used my clear embossing powder. I heat set this. You can't see it right now, of course, but now I'm going to come in with my tumbled glass and my milled lavender distress oxide. I'm going to use my distress brushes. These are the brushes that I use for my oxides. If you've seen or remember my previous videos, I do have the large Nuvo brushes, double-ended, which I absolutely love them. They are absolutely my favorite. As you keep using them, they get better. They are the same material as the distress brushes here. They're hog bristles or whatever you want to call them, and they will wear down after a while. So when you first use them, yes, they will shed. It'll drive you crazy. It'll make you nuts. They'll eventually stop. My one for vintage photo is awesome. They just really kick in. Okay, so back to the card. So I have the tumbled glass basically where the dandelions are and the dandelion butterflies. That's what I'll call them for right now. And then I put the purple around where the sentiment is. I always come in with one of my microfiber cloths, and I just wipe the excess off of the embossed area. I used my Lawn Fawn stitch rectangle to cut this out so that it could have a stitch border, and then I grabbed a piece of cardstock from my stash, very similar to the color of the milled lavender. I wanted that to pop a little bit. I also wanted to use that to see if it would help make these images a little bit bolder. I didn't want the panel dark. I didn't want to go in with a mini blender on my distress oxides. I really wanted this very soft, very subtle. It could be inspiring for somebody, or it could be to give them happy thoughts during a tough time, or considered a sympathy card. But putting that purple in the background, it kind of did help to make this image pop just a little bit. To add some more glimmer and shimmer, because we always want to do that as best as we can, I'm going to add some of the sequins that came in the kit all throughout this card. And if you heard that, yes, I still throw things while I'm not filming. But of course I'm throwing my cards. Okay. So yeah, these are the confetti sequins, and I really do like them, and I think they add just enough. So for card number 2, I think card number 2's actually my favorite, I'll be honest. I love this little mouse. I think he is just precious. I'm going to use one of my colored pencil sets. This is my Marco pencil, colored pencil set. I got it, I believe, from Amazon. I'll have it linked below. I used my warm grays, and again, to save time, I did not include any coloring or pretty much the die cutting in this video. So I used my warm grays, and now I'm going to come in and just ground this little guy using my C1 and C3 Copic markers, and then I'm going to come in with my colorless blender just to blend those colors out even more. I just want a faint shadow underneath this little guy, but just so that he's not, kind of like floating in the air. It's just, although, you know what, if you want him floating, let him float. It's not a big deal. It's it's all good. I forget a lot. That's why I'm saying that. The sentiment, I prop this up using my double-sided foam tape, and I'm just going to set him down in that area. I just think he is so precious. Oh, I do. He was my favorite image out of all of these. If I could have done 5 cards with just him, I would have. Yes. The sentiment I'm using is no wish is too big or too small. And that's very true. Whether they're wishes, whether they're dreams, whether they're hopes, we all need those. So don't ever stop. Keep doing that. They may come true, they may not. But they're a good thing. I used some of the shimmer paper, the very pale pink shimmer paper that came into the kit, and I'm going to set this panel right on top of that. The glue that I am using throughout this video is my art glitter glue. I was finally able to dig around in the craft room to find one of my bottles. Yay! I don't like to order it in the winter because of the water content. I have done that before and it has come damaged. Yes! So it's awesome! I'm going to set that down on my standard A2 size card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and my cards are top folding 99.9% of the time. I used the sparkle pen that came with the kit just to add some glimmer onto the Dandelion. Again, to save time, the coloring and the die cutting was done off camera. I did use my Prismacolor alcohol markers along with some of my Copics that I have. I cut 2 strips of the shimmer paper, the gold and the darker shade of pink, and this is 2 inches and 1 1/2. And I'm working directly on my card base, again, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, top folding. The sentiment I'm going to use is Never Stop Dreaming. Now, you're going to see when I flip her over, you're going to see all kinds of marks of other stamping, which is the flower. And that's okay. I had another idea, so I kind of merged 2 ideas that I had. So I want to use, let's call this a sunflower or a daisy. I'm not quite sure what flower you want to call this. Now, no, I didn't color the center because she's going to lay on top of this. I wanted this to be like a cloud that she's laying on, dreaming. I was originally going to do 3 of those. 3 of those flowers and have them going through the card and just keep it as that. I'm like, okay, no. That's why you see so many stamped on back of it. That is the beauty of paper. 2 sides. It's awesome. So I just wanted the one. I wanted to use the shimmer paper to accent her. I'm going to come in with this glitter pen, which is an awesome pen. It's a gel pen. It gives a lot of glitter. It's great for accenting. It's not like a shimmer pen. It's different than a shimmer pen, but you don't want to use it like a shimmer pen either. So keep that in mind. I'm going to use the confetti throughout my card just to add, again, more sparkle and shimmer to her as she continues to dream. I hope if you've made it this far, I hope you'll stay to the end. For all of my followers out there, I will be having some announcements at the end of this video. So make sure you stay tuned if you want to be nosy. Who doesn't want to be nosy? So for card number 4, I'm pulling out my tumbled glass again, and I'm going to pretty much blend. I am using my mini blender. I'm pretty much am going to blend this entire panel, but very softly. I think only a few times I don't even know if I go back in on that pad again with my mini blender, but I'm actually pulling all of this color that's sitting on my mini blender out towards the edges so that I can get a smooth blend like a cloud. It took me forever. This I was just having some awesome fun with, but it did take me a while. So of course now I'm going to clean my mat. And then I grabbed the sentiment, I wish you the best. Can you tell I had a theme going on here? And I did. I fell in love with the dandelions, the sentiments, and the dandelion wishes. Those items just really inspired me, and I really gravitated to those images. So I stamped a few of those coming off of the sentiment with the blue background, as if you're looking up into the sky. I'm coming in with the sparkle gel pen just to accent the ends of the dandelion butterflies or wishes, whatever you want to call them. But now I'm going to grab my card base. Again, it's a standard A2 size. And there's one more image that was absolutely adorable, and it was the ladybug that was carrying one of the dandelion butterflies. And I just thought it would be precious if I stamped along the bottom with 3, as if more wishes were coming. And then I used my Prismacolor pencils to color these little guys in. And of course red. And then I used my Faber-Castell Pitt pen to color in the front with their little faces, to make those black, because they are too tiny. You know, you don't have to have too much detail going in there. Again, do come in with my sparkle pen again, my sparkle gel pen, just to add some glimmer coming off of those little wishes for those guys that they are bringing in. I'm going to use my fun foam to prop this panel up onto my card base. So I always just get a very large stack, whether it's got adhesive or not. It doesn't matter. It's what's on sale. It's what's the cheapest. But I always buy the big packs. It's so cheap. And I usually just get it at my local Michael's. And then I just cut them down for what I need. This here is my 2-inch film tape, my double-sided film tape. I get this from uline.com. It's a very strong, it's not forgiving double-sided tape. It's an awesome tape. It truly is. It adheres like there's no tomorrow. But no, when you put your piece down, it's going to go right there. It's just not forgiving. If you go to peel that back off, you're going to rip the card. There is no saving that part. Although there always is. You can put a panel on top of it. You know, we can do it. So for the last card, you can tell I used my Prismacolor pencils again to color in my little fairy. And I used one of the shimmer, the light pink shimmer paper, and I cut using an oval die. So it's almost like she's coming out onto the card through that opening. If that makes sense? Because I'm working straight on my standard A2 size card base. I want to put my sentiment on the inside, and that says, sending happy fairy wishes your way. So I'm using my VersaFine black ink for that. So again, I just wanted her to come out of this. More dandelion butterfly and wishes that are going to come from her wand. And then I'm going to add some more of those confetti sequins. I'm also going to add them to the inside. Now, since the sentiment is so bold, I'm going to do a second generation stamp when it comes to the dandelion wishes that come in along that. Here comes the confetti to accent these cards. Again, I'll be honest, when I first saw this kit, I'm like, don't know. But once I saw that little tiny mouse, and again, it can happen. You're not going to like every single kit. It's all a matter of taste. But you know what? It doesn't mean you shouldn't try it. If you guys have seen my previous, a year ago, does everyone remember the kit a year ago where I just did backgrounds? It can happen, but you can always do something with your kits. And as you continue to use them, you'll come up with other ideas. That's exactly what happened with me when it came to this one, because I was so focused on the dandelions. I'm coming in with the sparkle gel pen again for her wings to accent her dress and to add sparkle to the end of the wishes to help them stand out. And here are the close-ups of the cards that we made today. I do hope that you enjoyed them. Okay, so now for the announcements. You've all been waiting, I'm sure, saying, oh my God, what's she going to talk about? So, the first one for 2019. Be on the lookout for a group to be created. We're going to be talking about that more, so stand by. Some of you have been wanting to join it already. It's quite not done yet. Today is January 6th that I'm posting this video. Either the 12th or the 13th. Next weekend, you are going to see 2 videos coming out, definitely. One are the crafty items that I must have. These are my favorites. These are my go-tos. Not necessarily stamps or dies. I mean, there will be a couple of those, but we're going to focus on tools and papers and all kinds of gadgets. The other video is going to be a craft room tour. Yes, I'm finally getting this together, and you are going to see how I create and all of the obnoxious materials that I have stuffed in this room. And believe it or not, I've purged. So get ready, everyone. Here are 2 more videos for Hero Arts. It's a previous card kit video that I did, and of course a playlist. If you like this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up, and by all means, click on that subscribe icon. Yes, you get to click on my face. I would love to have you here as part of my group. All the products that I used outside the kit, of course, will be linked down in the video description, so please make sure you check that out. And if you don't see them there, please let me know in the comments below. Also, ask me any question that you would like, and I will make sure that I get back to you as soon as I can. I hope everyone's having a great day. I hope if I can go live next weekend, I will be able to see and talk with you all, but never fear, the videos will be out anyway. But remember what is most important for me. Now we've got 2 things. 1, let it go. And 2, always be creative.